Hey everyone, welcome. How are you? I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. This is a side crow flow, and it's okay if you're not sure about your side crow. We're just going to play around with it. Let's get started in downward facing dog. Come on to downward dog. You can start in child's pose if that feels better for you. Set your hands on your mat, set your feet on your mat. Feel your hands and your feet on your mat. And then take a big breath in and a long breath out. And really feel your breath, feel your intention, and feel your foundation. So here, your hands and your feet are touching the ground. That's a pretty good foundation. When we start to move into arm balances, our hands alone become our foundation. So it's important. It's important to pay attention to how you set your foundation, then really use your foundation, whether it's in your downward dog, or it's in a side crow, or it's in a handstand. Take another big inhale, and a big exhale. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, lightly step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand. Reach your hands high, lift your heart. You can look up, hands to your heart, exhale. And let's just pause for a moment. You can set your gaze or lower your gaze or close your eyes. We're going to move through a flow and play around with an arm balance. But for right now, just feel right now where you are. Part of being in the flow is being in the moment. No, let's cut that out. Let's use that in another class. Being in the flow, being in the moment. Okay. So, draw your hands to your heart. You can set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. And you can set an intention for your practice. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, sweep your hands high, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to your mat, step back to your high push-up, little pause here, set your foundation, engage your core, take a big inhale, forward and halfway down, low push-up, chaturanga. You can come all the way down or drop your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward dog, or your child's pose. As you set your intention, feel if part of your intention today with this practice can be just to have some fun, to be open to maybe trying something a little different. Take a big inhale, exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand, rise up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga, low push-up, step or jump back. Upward dog, a big breath in, downward dog, breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Come on up to stand from the ground. Lift up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. You can step or jump back. Upward dog, big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Another deep breath in here. Exhale, walk or jump forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, bend your knees. Sit down, sit back, draw your hands to your heart. So no sun bees today. We're going to move right into our chair twist. Feet together apart, but set your feet grounded through your feet. Feel your foundation. Take a big inhale. Now twist to your right. Left elbow towards the outside of your right thigh. You can use whatever variation you like with your hands here to create this twist, to lengthen your spine and create this twist. Now even as you lengthen your spine and create this twist, stay grounded through your feet. Stay grounded in this breath. You can keep your hands together, or you can open up. Left hand reaching for the ground, right hand up to the sky. No side crow yet. Stay with me on the twist. Sit your hips a little lower, heart up. Take a big inhale. fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Here, connect into your right foot, step your left leg way back behind you. Bring your left knee down to your mat, untuck your left toes, setting up your kneeling lunge. Soften your toes. You can walk your hands up to your front thigh. If it works, interlace your fingers at your low back. A little bit of a heart opener here, a little shoulder rinse. Take your time. Ground down and then lift up, right? That's what we're doing in any pose, whether we're standing on our feet or standing on our hands. We're grounding down so we can lift up. Take a big inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. Step back, high push-up to low push-up. Upward dog, inhale, downward dog, exhale. Bring your feet together and a little bit forward. Take your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. Now if you want to flip, you can let that foot pull you over, or you can stay here. A little bit of movement with the foot sometimes is nice, or the knee. Inhale, take your right leg back up. Legs stay straight and lifted. High push-up, forward and down, low push-up. Upward dog, big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, step or jump forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, come on up. Bring your hands to your heart. Now once more, twist to your right. Left elbow towards the outside of your right thigh. And this time, we're going to come into side crow. There's different ways to come into it, but the way I like to teach it is keep this twist. Sit your hips down towards your heels, and your heels will come up off your mat. Hands towards the side. Hands only about shoulder width distance apart. Pull your back elbow in. So pull your right elbow in. Lift your hips up a little bit and then land your right knee on your front elbow and your right hip on your back elbow. And then you can lift your hips, right? So take a couple of breaths and play around with this, right? You have to come up and then drop down and still lift up. Now, if you've been practicing it for a while, maybe you don't even need the back elbow. You're just resting on your front arm. Right, heart lifts. Take a big inhale wherever you are. And then nice and easy, come back down, 2 feet on your mat. Lift your hips, walk your feet apart, about hips width distance. Peace fingers, grab your big toes, palms face in. Halfway lift as you inhale. Lengthen and fold as you exhale. Let your head drop. And feel if you can drop what just happened. We'll get to play around with that on the other side. Feel if you can be right here in this breath, in your intention. Remember, part of your intention to have fun, to be open. Release your toes. Walk your feet closer together to touch and rise to stand. Come on up, shoulders back, heart high. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, or your child's pose. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, sit down, come up. Set your feet, bring your hands to your heart. Feet together apart, hips low, heart high. Take a big inhale. Now twist to your left, right elbow towards the outside of your left thigh. So if you're already thinking about side crow on this side, slow down. Let's enjoy this twist. Right, let's enjoy this breath. You can keep your hands together, or you can open up. Right hand reaching for the ground, left hand reaching up for the sky. Feel what you can rinse out. Maybe it is your expectations or your limitations for yourself. Take a big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Hands on your mat, connect into your left foot. Step your right leg back behind you. Right knee comes down, untuck your right toes. Kneeling lunge. Walk your hands up to your front thigh. You can keep them there. You can interlace your fingers at your low back again. If you want to take your hands up this time, go for it. This is one of my favorite variations, one of my favorite poses. And I like the hip opener, the grounding, and then this opportunity to lift up and open up. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Big inhale, hands reach high. Exhale, hands down to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, forward and down, low push-up. Upward dog, big breath in, downward dog, breath out. Bring your feet together and forward. Take your left leg up to the sky, bend your left knee, your down dog hip opener. Find some movement, maybe you flip your dog. You can find some stillness here, just moving your breath. Inhale, take your left leg back up, legs stay straight and lifted, come on forward. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog, big breath in, downward dog, breath out. Big inhale, big exhale. Another deep breath in, exhale, walk or jump forward. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set yourself up for success. That's exactly what you're doing. When you're here, you're on your mat, you're taking one breath at a time. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your left. Now we're going to come into side crow on this side. Notice if you have set yourself up for success, or if you've decided ahead of time what you can and can't do. Hands about shoulder width. Remember, drop your hips, lift your heels. Hands about shoulder width, maybe a little bit closer together. You want to use this back arm. Pull your left elbow in. Pull your right elbow in. Lift your hips up. Your arms will straighten as you come up, but then bend your elbows and drop down. Your hip on your back elbow, your knee on your front elbow. Couple of breaths. Play around with it. You might play around with where you put your hands. Make some little adjustments. If you don't need the back elbow, well, then you don't need the back elbow, and you're just on the front arm. Use your core. Notice if you hold your breath. Keep breathing. Take one more big inhale, and then release. Come on down, 2 feet on your mat. Walk your feet apart about hips width distance, and this time, slide your hands under your feet for Padangusthasana, which is a really nice wrist stretch after playing around with arm balances. Take a big breath in, and then fold forward as you exhale. If you want to rock a little bit forward and back, almost massage your wrists with your toes, you can. Here again, I think it's really nice to drop your head, drop what just happened, come into this breath. Feel your intention, feel where you are, what you are doing and what you can do. Now take your hands out from under your feet, walk your feet closer together to touch, and rise to stand. Come on up. Hands high, heart lifts, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a really big breath in. And a long breath out. Bring your knees to your mat. Sit back over your heels. Lie down on your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Give a squeeze. And then drop your knees over to your right. Just a gentle twist to finish this out. Come back through center. And take your twist to the other side. Come on back to center. Give your knees a squeeze. Any last poses or adjustments that feel right. And set it for just a short Shavasana. So now you can soften into where you are. Feel what you have done. You showed up. Whether or not you can come into a side crow, you showed up. Allow yourself to enjoy this. And there'll always be more time to practice. Well, we'll practice right now. Big breath in. Big breath out. Allowing ourselves to be right here, right now. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and slowly make your way to seated, hands to your heart. Pause for a moment. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I hope you had fun with this practice with side crow. Stay tuned for a short tutorial with a little more detail about how to set up your side crow, and stay tuned for a Friday Power Flow that will include side crow. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. Hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel if you have a moment, like the video, check out my Patreon page, where for as little as $5 a month, you can support free content like this, and also get some exclusive benefits for yourself. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you on your mat.